How did that happen?
They both pressed F3.
Oh my gosh, and look at that. Spart1e already with 1 point of health right there. Thankfully, those 5 health bubbles are there for a reason. It's going to give him 16 health and 50 armor. And, and he still manages to land that rail. And you know what, TosspoT, I have to tell you something funny. When Spart1e first came into this map, he said, well, it's time to learn the spawns, and he sat there and he killed himself over and over until he learned all the spawns. So I was thinking to myself outside prior to this match that, you know what, Spart1e might actually not do too well on CA2, but apparently he did just fine studying those spawns while we waited for Rapha.
Yeah, and how much of that is also gamesmanship? I mean, Spart1e is a very, very active player.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm not going to buy all of that. But we'll see.
We will see here as we got 8 minutes and 35 seconds left. CA2 is the first map, and I believe, gosh, I don't even remember. I think ZTN is what Spart1e picked, but we'll find out. Oh, DM6, okay. So that is official right there then. So following Spart1e lands another great rail on Rapha, and Rapha's had a lot of time to cool down. So I know I saw him over there watching some matches, working up. Another great rail by Spart1e. He peeks out over the side and manages to get another frag there on Rapha, make it 3-0. And that's a nice little lead there, only 2 minutes into the game.
Yeah, it is. Mr. I Don't Know the Map is doing pretty well.
Yeah, right.
As he pushes himself across, and Rapha is going to get a rocket on his trousers for it, but Spart1e's in a little bit of problem health-wise. 34-44 for him as he launched his way across, gets a rocket back for his troubles, and Rapha, 85-79, is, well, until that rocket was in great shape to take the fight.
And he almost got tagged with the rail there too, TosspoT. Luckily, just on the other side. Now we're gonna have a fight on the wall. Rapha's gonna lose that battle, and he, oh my God, mid-air rail into devastation right there as Spart1e. You know, like, you may not know the spawns, but that doesn't affect your rail aim. Yeah. As Spart1e is obviously showing right here with a 4-frag lead on his opponent. The red armor is about to be up in about 10 seconds, and these 2 other yellow armors were sitting there idle until finally Rapha picked one up and finally got a frag.
4-1 with 7 to play. Rapha gives himself a way back into this game as now Spart1e escapes with the red armor, comes through the teleporter and in all sorts of trouble as he's got, wow, he's going to run that gauntlet of Rapha's rail and still manages to get out of there all right. And now is right on the tail of Rapha, in fact, as Rapha's down to 50-50. And Spart1e is running around with what, 192.86, so he's in good nick, but he just can't land that killer frag.
No, and he's gonna miss his opportunity to make his way to the red armor too. That'll give Spart1e an opportunity to grab that, and he does. Both yellow armors about to be up here in a moment, and then Mega Health will be contested over in just a minute too. 6 minutes and 23 seconds on the clock. 3-frag lead. Rapha has been able to bring it back, but you got to imagine these guys are tired too. They've been playing all day. A lot of them playing CTF.
Before that, he just wants to get out of here, have a steak, and go
well,
to bed.
you know what? The fastest way to do that is to beat your opponent in 2 games. So we'll see if he can actually hold on to that one. Red armor finally picked up there by Rapha. For the first time in this matchup, he actually has some control now. 6 minutes left on the clock. Couple rockets being fired out here. An interesting place to fight, but Rapha's not going to keep the fight right there. In fact, he's going to give chase and let his opponent, Spart1e, kind of chase him down. He's going to try to get a jump on him as he goes for red armor. 2 seconds left on that one. Will he be able to pick up that 25 and get the job done? I think he's all right. No, he might get some great rockets right there. Another one bouncing him up as he tried to drop down, and that red armor is going to be up for him. He knows that Rapha's sitting there, and he lands that rail. Can Rapha follow up, though? No. I see a lot of hesitation with Rapha. Am I wrong in that, TosspoT?
Something's not there for Rapha right now. And remember, this is his map choices.
Yeah.
He's not, he seems, you know, a millisecond short, if that makes any sense. He's just a moment off the pace, and Spart1e is punishing him for that. But that's more like it.
There we go.
With the LG from Rapha coming in. It's 5-2 the score. But Spart1e has built this lead up at the halfway point. The question is, how far can he take it?
Yeah, and you know, you mentioned the whole kind of being off a millisecond. I've seen a couple of rail opportunities where I feel like Rapha has kind of hesitated. One of them was when Spart1e was stuck in that corner and he even peeked once or twice. Rapha didn't even take the shot. I don't know if that's just kind of like, the wear and tear of the day kind of like having a toll on him. But Spart1e's going to grab that next red armor, and Rapha will take some damage, but not a whole lot. Let's switch on over. You see that Spart1e's at 52-32 right there. So he is hurting, but he still managed to hit those crucial rails, and that's how he got the lead in the first place. So Rapha has to figure out a game plan that is going to combat exactly that. Right now, all the peak rails are going to Spart1e. And wow, Spart1e giving up that mega right there. Maybe some mistakes by both players.
Well, he did a lot of damage to Rapha there. He takes him down to 76. And I think he will look at himself quite unfortunate to have not landed that frag prior to him collecting the mega. So rail comes through, and Rapha is met through that teleporter with a rail. He's down to 48-43 now, which gives Spart1e an opportunity. But if Spart1e's doing the more important thing, okay, he's not getting the frags, but he's doing a heck of a lot of damage, which means Rapha is not really able to follow up with anything. Now maybe he can. No! That's a big miss.
I'm surprised that didn't actually shoot him down to the ground, but there Rapha is going to be able to get that follow-up frag as he baits him with the mega. Comes right out of there. Sees Spart1e, great LG rail combo right there. Suddenly Rapha's like, you know what, I might want to wake up a little bit for this matchup, but it took him 7 minutes to do just that. He's now only down by 1, and this is certainly a game right here. CA2, I gotta admit, it's starting to grow on me just a little bit, Toss, and I think that always happens when you've got true great players really going at it on this match, showing a little bit of different variety on how you can play it. Definitely some eclectic styles clashing a little bit, but that's always a great thing when it comes to Quake.
Here we go. Mega is going to be collected by Rapha for the 3rd spawn in a row. Spart1e will make do with the red armor as he darts his way across now over to collect the rail. So he's under the cosh from that LG from Rapha. Does land a couple of rockets back, but he's in trouble himself. 18 points of health. Rapha's got to finish this
Very
off.
nice.
He does, and gets away from the fight with a lot of health. We're all tied up at 5-5.
And that was a good move by Rapha there. He didn't push that frag. He could have just gone ultra aggressive on him, and he just kind of like took it as it came. And that was nice. Rapha off the spawn now, hurting a little bit, 64 points of health. Looks like he wants to go for that red armor, and it is clear for him to grab, but he's only got 64 points of health. He's got to be careful that he doesn't get caught with one of those rogue rails that Spart1e sees so good at throwing out. 2 minutes left in this game, though, and we are tied, so it is going to come down to the final moments of this matchup.
Really is going to go down to the wire, and Spart1e could do with using quite a lot of this time just to stack up. Just to, you know, he's 50-50 at the moment. That's not where he wants to be. He's going to lose this raid. He's going to lose a lot of health. He's going to lose his life. And Rapha takes it.
And he walks away with only 25 points of health. There was an opportunity there for Spart1e to do some major damage. He's not going to get as good of a spawn as he's had in the past. We saw that one spawn where he spawned right by the rail and managed to get a couple off there on Rapha. But I think Rapha has a little bit better idea on what Spart1e's game plan is, and that's part of defeating your opponent, is not only knowing what you've got to do, but figuring out what is your opponent doing. If you can crack that code, then you should be able to win the game.
Still 1 frag, still 1 minute. But here we go. Rapha down spot. Oh, takes some damage of Spart1e there. As he now sits himself waiting. And drops Spart1e just millimeters away from that mega. And that'll be the map, surely. With a minute to go. Anything can happen, of course, but it's going to take a mistake from Rapha to lose this one.
A big mistake, too, and you can see there that Spart1e's going to go for the rail right there, and he denied Spart1e that rail, and that was a smart move. That was the one thing he needed to lock down to make sure there was no way that Spart1e could dish out the damage. And maybe Spart1e did manage to get a rail, but the bottom line is he held him off right there. Rapha is choosing not necessarily to run at this point, and great rail on that one as he shoots the mega, or as he shoots the red armor, and then picks up that mega. And he's played a nice one here, got that yellow armor, and he needed that 24 seconds. You can't really lax off quite yet. One rail could end it. He's going to get behind the teleporter. We see him like to do that a lot. And what a fortunate rocket bounce that was for him there. Rapha could have easily eaten that one. But 10 seconds left. I think that this one, there it is. That one will be Rapha's. So started out kind of asleep, TosspoT, but it really came back 8-5, the final score.
Get them hooked and then they can pay.
That's right. And Rapha doing a great job there at the end with the bait on that mega health on that final shotgun blast as he almost,
Now, DM6, I don't think Rapha's going to be too bad on DM6.
Oh, no, not at all. Why would he be?
So
Rapha's played DM6 plenty of times.
Exactly. So it's an odd map choice to pick. You know, it's the most neutral of all the maps out there. It's the Mac Daddy of maps. And so why on earth would you pick that when you could go to a map where you may feel that you've got a more of an advantage?
You know what? I can't answer that question, but I guess we'll see by the play right here. I mean, obviously both of these players are going to be versed in that, and maybe that's what they were looking for. Now, this is going to be Spart1e's map choice, so, you know, I understand where you're coming from a perspective of there had to have been maybe a better map that he could choose to get that advantage. But in this particular case, we'll find out as we get started. Rapha could end it right here, stay alive in the winner's bracket, but we'll find out what happens. And looks like we're going to have a battle over the Mega right here, as Rapha's not going to give away too much of his lightning gun cells right there. And here we go, 197 as he picked up that Mega health. And we did see Spart1e pick up that red armor as well. Rapha's going to head on over, grab that yellow armor, and gear up for the first battle here. Now, I gotta guess that Spart1e has already picked up a rail too. We could switch on over to Spart1e just to see what he's got in his little bag of tricks here. He's got 188 health. He's gonna get tagged with a rocket there, not a whole lot of damage. And now we're gonna see him peek shoot for that yellow or the red armor, but it was picked up by Rapha. So wow, a missed opportunity right there, and Rapha will get that kill. I think there was a rocket there with Rapha's name on it, and Spart1e just quite frankly missed it.
Yeah, they was waiting for him, and Rapha takes the lead, and Spart1e finds himself now with Rapha on his tail. Rockets being exchanged by the pair of them. LG will come out from Rapha, finishes the job. Audacious rocket jump straight away to pick up the rail to deny Spart1e the great equalizer weapon, if you will. And
I mean, did he even have one at that point? I don't know that he did.
But number one priority after the frag, because if he got a good spawn, he just not pick up that rail and bang, 1-1. So interesting little turn of events there. And nice little thought pattern. But 2-0 to Rapha as the Rockets rain down on red, which is up any second now. But so's the LG. Surely he's going to land that frag.
Wow.
He does, and he just narrowly misses. A rocket coming right back at him from Spart1e. And Rapha is quick out of the box here on the M6.
Very, very quick, and he heard those shards being picked up by Spart1e. He immediately changed his course. He's going to try to get this yellow armor and deny all of them from his opponent, but can he get to the other two quick enough? He's got a choice to make here. Mega or RA. And it looks like Mega is probably going to be it, but no, he's going to fire on over. Don't let Spart1e get that Mega, and he will protect that power up for himself. Pick it up 177-42. Still got that 3-frag lead, so I got to think that Rapha's feeling really confident right now in what's going down in this matchup.
3-0. He's currently dictating the flow, but two of those exchanges have been close. Two of those exchanges have been, here we go. Rapha gonna try and finish the job off. He's being eaten alive by Spart1e.
Wow.
He gets away with 4 points of health. He finds the 25,
Oh.
no! Denied at the rail jump pad, and now it's even Stevens. Can they do anything?
Wow.
Good trailing rocket from Rapha, gets the Mega as his prize, and actually comes out on top at 5-1.
I think that the timing of Spart1e was a little off on that Mega. He was waiting there for it. He ate a couple of rockets, and the red armor is up. Spart1e is going to grab that one, and Rapha's going to inflict a lot of damage. In fact, use that LG to fish it off, and yes, he does. 7 minutes now on the clock. It is 6-1. Looking for a conversion frag right here. Not going to happen, but he does dish out some off-spawn damage right there with the LG. So nicely done. 5-frag lead. Spart1e did manage to get one in there, but it wasn't a frag that he was going to convert off of. Both players very hurt. Obviously, one dead, the other very hurt. Not able to make those conversions. Rapha will grab that Mega, and red is up, but it will go to Spart1e.
It was a mistake to pick the M6 if you look at evidence of this, because Spart1e is a total underdog for this map at this moment in time. He's going to have to completely reverse the play of Rapha. Rapha right now is moving around the map very freely, very powerfully as well. And Spart1e is a mere spectator, or you know, however you want to dictate it, but it's a difficult situation for Spart1e to get out of. Fortunately for him, the damage is only 5 frags, so 5 frags, 6 minutes, that's nothing, but doesn't look good for him at the moment. Rockets being exchanged down for the Mega. Spart1e will take damage on one of them, and Rapha will decide enough is enough as he collects the rail and drops a rocket down onto Spart1e. Spart1e does already have that rail. We are back at it, exchanging it at the towers.
6-1 is the score. 5 minutes, 45 seconds left on the clock, and a 5-frag lead is going to be very comfortable coming up to the halfway point of this match. Now, if Spart1e can pick up a few more of those shots right there, where he tags Rapha with the rail, that will definitely help. But wow, what a set of rockets there. Just I mean, that was the perfect bounce right there, and you know, that's what you want with that rocket launcher. That's why you see these guys shoot at the feet, direct rockets, very difficult to hit. That was the perfect bounce. Rapha played that one nicely, got a frag for it. 7-1.
7-1, almost turned into 7-2. He was really low on health after that exchange, but it wasn't to be, and we will have 7-1, and Spart1e's window of opportunity is closing here, frag by frag, minute by minute. That's it, reopening though, with a 7-2 scoreline. And the frag coming in from Spart1e. Can he convert that off the spawn with that shotgun? Yes, he can. Game on, once again.
I mean, obviously, Rapha knew he was going to die in that exchange. I'm not sure if that was just a strategy to quite simply steal away that red armor, know the timing for it, and force himself and force his opponent to, you know, kind of give up that power up. But I don't know. Is that smart to do when you have a 5-frag lead at that point? Right now, his lead is down to 4 frags, and as we watch Spart1e, he is staying on top of things. Great defensive LG coming out by Rapha, and oh my God, I thought Rapha had that one for sure.
He got him down to what, 3 points of health before he took the mega. That is just good fortune for Spart1e at that moment, but. Rapha finding himself now on the back end of a little bit of bad fortune when it comes into those exchanges. You know, he's taking the rough with the smooth. Now he's finished off Spart1e with some really perfect plasma work. And now we're at 8-4 with Rapha experiencing for the first time a little bit of pain on this map.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. Right now, a 4-frag lead over his opponent. We got a fight over Mega. Rapha's easily going to get that one. And a rail going up the tube right there to make it 4-9. Now he's going to get the red armor. And we're getting into the time now where Spart1e cannot be making mistakes like that. He's got to be hitting his shots. He's got to be on top. Oh!
That's how it's done.
Good game. Now the aggression takes over. Rapha knows that he's got full control. He knows that Spart1e is going to probably continue to make some mistakes here and there, and can he capitalize on them? You know, when you've got now 6-frag lead or even a 5-frag lead, there is a little bit of room to work with. DM6 isn't one of those maps where you can get a frag and then conversion frags come easily. These guys make it look so easily, but wow, you keep making shots like that and it won't matter. Making these rocket jumps and different traversing around the map, and that's the way you get it done right there. 12-4. These, I mean, Rapha's definitely turned it up in comparison to the last map for sure.
Rapha really has hit the big red button and said, right, I mean business now.
The easy button. The easy button.
Yeah. He's 8 frags to the good, 2.5 minutes to go. We have seen glimmers of light from Spart1e though.
Yeah.
So it's not over till the fat lady sings, as Spart1e is ready to take a rocket to the face of Rapha. Rapha pops himself up. What goes up must go down. But with 20 points of health, Rapha escapes and Spart1e goes down. 13-4 the score now. 25 picked up by Rapha, puts him at 45, 42. More being exchanged down by the red, but Rapha could do with just running that clock down for a little bit whilst he's on low health. And Spart1e has no intention of letting that happen.
Now can Spart1e do something with that? The 2-minute warning's been hit. He's going to pick up Mega Health, takes a rocket from the tube. A second rocket from the tube. That Mega Health is completely negated. Rapha, I thought he left too. I thought he would have gone for the red. But unfortunately for Spart1e, he stayed right there. He knew exactly what his opponent was going to do. And that's the thing. Rapha is reading Spart1e like a book without words. It's just pictures. He's just looking at him right now, and it's really easy for him. 14-5 right now. That's a 9-frag lead for Rapha with 1 minute and 22. He's got this one in the bag. It's done. It's over with.
Really impressive play from Rapha right now. And I tell you what, this is how it's done. This is how you play DM6. He, as you say, is one step ahead of his opponent. His movement is just a joy to behold. It's like a freestyle snowboarder or something around this map. And now his play, his rockets, his LGs, it's all sexy.
Off of the last minute of the matchup, This is not going to happen. A 10 frag lead. Ooh. Dude, anytime someone gauntlets your corpse, that's serious business. That's the kind of shit that you like say, we need to step outside, dude. You don't gauntlet my corpse. That's the ultimate humiliation right there. 17-6, 18-6 now, as Rapha is going to convincingly take not only the first map, CA2, but the second map and Spart1e's map pick, DM6. And that means that Rapha is going to continue to stay alive there in the upper winners bracket with 18 seconds left. That is going to be all she wrote. Oh, and a mid-air rocket to end the night. I love it, TosspoT.
This is fantastic play from Rapha. He really has sent a message out to anyone and everyone left in the tournament. He means business. He goes to sleep on a real high. 20-7, he gets up. He's going to have a real jump in his step because that's a performance. Faz behind.
Yeah, Faz was like, impressed right there.
wow.
Look at Rapha, dude. He knows how pimp he is right now.
I'm just that damn cool.
So what did you do? Is this what we got tomorrow? All right, so guys, that was the last match of the game. Here's what we've still got tomorrow.